balloon song here. Balloons, whatever. Alright, I tried. I failed. Alright, you got Frankenfoot here. First of 2 attacks. This one turned out to be a 3-star Queen Walk opener. LaLoon attack. And I'm informally telling myself I'm going to try 1 air attack and 1 ground attack per war. Even though the Expos were up here, this seemed to be a decent base to try to get with air because you have access to air defenses as well as the Archer Queen kind of in one spot here. And some people might be tempted to do like a go Golem Bowler, a Gobo entry into here and try to take out the Queen, maybe get the Clan Castle troops and all that. But I've had ill luck with that without a King, and I haven't had much practice with it. But this base was actually pretty good for a Queen Walk too, so that's what I elected to do. So you can see where the Expos are here. They're very interior into the base, so they're not going to be harassing your Queen, which I found is a key element to the Queen Walk. Yeah, they can harass your Queen and do awful nasty things. And I can have the Queen sort of take out a chunk of the base, and taking out these things will help with balloon pathing, and take out this air defense. And I kind of can't remember exactly. There was good reasons why I wanted to come in from the direction that I came. And I think an important thing was the Queen actually being able to walk the direction I wanted her to. I've had bad luck with the Queen. Bases like this, or shapes like this, if you're not going to send the Queen in here, you're not going to send the kill squad in here, this is bad. Because the Queen can get, you don't know if she's going to go left or right. And she has also a tendency to get stuck. She'll come in here, she'll take out all these buildings here, and then she'll do something crazy, like instead of going for this Dark Elixir storage next, or this gold storage, which would exist, if she's standing here, she might decide, oh, well, I'm going to try to go for that wizard tower, or that air D, and try to shoot through the wall and not path right. So the pathing's good over here. She's going to be out of range of this Expo. Not a whole lot of point defense to harass her either. And a good spot for me to wall break in and go get the Queen and a air defense objective. The other good thing about here is I can drop an air troop out of range of anything that can harm them over here. You see, here's where the air defense can hit. This air defense out of range of it. Wizard tower, no archer towers, unless there's some troll Teslas here, which I don't think turned out to be the case. I'm pretty well uncontested. And so I have 6 minions on me, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop 2 on this one, 2 on this one, and stage it in case there's a seeking air, not a seeking air, in case there's an air bomb or something. I'll drop 1, 2, 1, 2, and let them start working on that. When they're about done with that, but not quite done, I'm going to go ahead and drop the Queen with 4 healers behind her. And I like 4 healers because you don't know if you're going to lose one in the walk, and you really want at least 3 and 4 if you can have it, help it once you break in, because you'll have a lot of point defenses on you at once, and you'll need a bunch of healers to keep up with that. But the minions should take these things out. If I'm lucky, they might start working on that elixir storage, but eventually that wizard tower is going to get them. And so the Queen's going to start here and walk in this direction. With these buildings gone, she's going to pop this one, this one, this one. She's not going to reach that air mine, or that mortar. And this air sweeper is going to start harassing the healers, but with that cannon gone, I really don't care. There's no point defenses that are going to affect her on her way walking down here until she gets to this this archer tower. Now, this is why I elected to walk on this side. I remember now. So I can effectively get a free clan castle pull here. And this is a fresh hit. I don't know what's in there. They had been doing a lot of balloons and dragons, so I expected that, but I did not get that whatsoever. I got 2 Valks and a baby drag, which is really bad news if you're trying to do a Queen Walk. So I dropped the poison spell. I didn't save them for any air scalies. I just dropped it there because I didn't want to, I didn't want to play with that. That was not going to be good. Yeah, so the Queen will get a free pull on the clan castle as she walks in this direction, because she will, here's the range. She doesn't have to be right up to the wall to get it, and she will be right up to the wall to get at least this air defense, and she'll probably be in range of when she's going after that air sweeper too. But as she walks here, I want to wall break into this compartment, and as the Queen walks into here, she will get the Queen, And as she continues to walk around, let's see, she may or may not be able to get that air defense from here, but I actually was not planning on her to get that air defense. Even though I'm bringing 3 lava hounds, conventional wisdom several months ago was, for if you have 3 air defenses, you need that number of lava hounds plus 1. But ever since they've beefed up the loons, I've actually found it's probably a little bit better to, instead of taking that extra lava hound, take 6 balloons with you, because the lava hounds have not been popping the way they used to, and the balloons are so deadly that it behooves you to have as many as you can. So very important, timing is very important here. So look at what can get a wall breaker. Out of range of that X-bow, this archer tower can get them. This archer tower can get them. Out of range of that cannon. Out of range of the queen. So you've got to time it just right. You've got to wait for the queen to be in range of both of these archer towers. So they'll be firing on the archer queen as she's doing her walk, so they won't take out the wall breakers. But you still need buildings in here, so they'll actually head to something to blow it up. So as soon as both of these archer towers, and this will probably be the last one to do it, as soon as they're both zeroed in on the queen, I'm going to drop wall breakers in here, and eventually she'll walk into here. She scared me for a minute. I thought she might just completely ignore it. But once this thing is gone, there's nothing, she'd much rather go in here and start taking out these things. These are a lot closer tile-wise than this guy over here, so I expect her to walk in. And as soon as she starts rounding the corner and has these point defenses on her, I'm going to go ahead and drop a rage and probably another rage as she walks in there, A, to keep her up, and B, to help her plow through this, because she's going to have an X-bow on her, 2 archer towers potentially, and the queen, so she's going to need some help. And no guarantee, she didn't have her ability at this point. I popped ability on the clan castle troops, and if she doesn't take out that queen, then I'm in some bad trouble here. But she's right next to some air defenses, so I do expect that a hound might tank for her, but I want the queen gone. Anyways, once the queen is gone, I'm going to send 1 lava hound. This guy's going to be left, so I'm going to send 1 lava hound in this direction, and then the wall of death of balloons, hopefully enough of them will go and grab that guy such that they'll keep moving sort of in this direction. I think I missed that just a little bit. The queen will have cleared these defenses, so the balloons will be free to sort of path in that direction. And I'll send 1 lava hound over here in this direction, another one in this direction, wall of balloons behind them, and then a third one trying to go for that air D. Gonna have to be that thing's gonna have to be down or almost down by the time I send that lava hound, or he's gonna want to path here, unless I do something crazy like path over here. But then I'm worried about the pathing my balloons would take, because you'd have some coming in here and you'd have defenses left and they'd want to backtrack, and that's bad. Anyways, I've got some hopefully I have 1. I think I was hoping to have at least 1 rage left to get through this expo compartment here with the wizard towers, and I've got 3 hastes. But anyway, yeah, just after you drop the balloons, it's just kind of boring. You sit back and watch. But anyway, we'll watch this thing unfold. I've talked long enough. So 1 minion, 2 minion, 3 minion, 4, 5 minion, 6 minion. Oop, no more. I kept 2 in the bank just in case these guys died, and I'm going to use them for cleanup if they didn't die, which they didn't die, and they made a good funnel for the queen. And so she's walking. Remember, she's going to take out these 3 buildings and then move in this direction because she can't reach this mortar here. And out comes the clan castle, and this is when I said, oh crap, and I went ahead and dropped the poison. I could have dropped it more on the queen, I think, because those Valkyries get right up on the queen. I'm so used to the dragon balloon, I kind of drop them away from the queen, but these other clan castle compositions are different. I need to react to that appropriately. So, let's watch. First archer towers on the queen, wait for the second one. There comes the second one, wall breaker's coming down. First air defense is gone. Patiently waiting for the queen to walk in. I think if you watch, a seeking air mine takes out 1 healer if it hasn't already. So I'm down a healer. Yep, there it comes. Boom! Uh-oh. So good thing I dropped that rage. I'm going to go ahead and drop the second one preemptively. Not going to wait around for something bad to happen. She takes out the queen. Both archer towers are gone. Now it's time for the LaLoon portion of the raid. First hound comes in from this direction, actually more to the left. Second one coming right behind it. Wall of balloons. You should see 1, possibly 2 haste spells coming down, trying to get those balloons to that air defense rather quickly. Second haste spell comes down. Dropped him when I figured that air defense was just about down. The pathing actually worked out beautifully when I did that. I dropped that third haste spell maybe more quickly than I should. And then I'm just kind of waiting, watching that air defense is going to go down. I dropped a rage here to get them to that air defense and also to help them through sort of this Tesla farm and Wizard Tower farm. And thankfully, this last Wizard Tower is in range of that air D, so that Wizard Tower is not harassing my balloons. And the Queen has somehow managed to work her way up into that compartment eventually. And the last defenses go down. And there you go. Somewhat of a, I always think these LaLoons are kind of boring. Kept some balloons in the bank for cleanup or in case I needed them. I had one archer, so I dropped her on this collection of builder huts over here. And that's it. Then you just sit down and watch these slow balloons catch up to something all together. It is kind of fun to watch the Queen keep changing directions as other buildings go down, but whatever. There you go. Balloon, LaLoon, Queen Walk LaLoon down the tubes, 3-star. There you go. Pretty high level base too. And didn't have the king, so anyways. There you go. Second one's a ground attack. We'll hop on that one now.